can't get a better job than this? Selling dog meat? Huh?
You want to try some dog?
This is bullshit.
You guys are making a point, right?
Do you or do you not sell dog meat? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Free-range organic dog meat right here. Come get your local dog meat right here. You want to try some dog? So this is our farm. It's Elwood Organic Dog Meat Farm. And we do everything as humane as possible. We give the dogs a really good life because, you know, you can taste the difference in the meat.
Oh, yeah.
And then they're slaughtered at 1 to 2 years old. Very humane. So some people seem to think it's kind of weird. What are your thoughts on that? You don't think it's weird? Okay, perfect.
Dogs need good food, right?
Oh no, this is made out of dogs.
Okay, it is weird.
It's made out of dog. Wait, why don't you want to try dog? A lot of people are weird about eating dogs. Do you guys think it's weird?
To eat dogs? It's unusual. It's not, I mean...
It's unusual, it's not weird.
It's like, I feel it's like, yeah, it's not weird, it's just
Those are
unusual.
synonyms. Do y'all want some dog meat? Free samples. For every dog you don't eat, I'm gonna eat 3.
So why would you do that? Why is that like almost like some other countries eat dogs?
Some other countries do, yeah, and we're trying to kind of build up the industry in the U.S. because, you know, there's a lot of industrialized farming we don't agree with, so we want to make sure that it's totally humane, organic. So we've got 2 lines. We have the ones we breed and then the free range. And the free range, we actually get dogs from the street who are going to be killed anyway.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, that's pretty ethical. It's either be hit by a car or we, you know, slit their throat. So
Sorry.
this is my favorite, bulldog bacon, and then ribs. I mean, who doesn't love ribs, right? So which do you think you want to try?
You would recommend which one?
Probably this one. I like it because, you know, bulldogs are really selectively bred, and I think that makes it taste better.
Right.
This is like you guys are making a point, right?
No, we're 100% genuine. But think about it, like humans are at the top of the food chain, right? We're smarter than every other species. So why shouldn't we eat dogs?
They do eat dogs in other places.
Exactly. So we're kind of trying to spread it in the U.S. because it's still kind of like culturally taboo. But, you know, people are happy to eat other animals.
Okay, I'll try it.
I really want to eat a dog right now.
You don't want to eat dog? Why not?
I feel like it's kind of full.
What?
Kind of full. Ourselves past.
But if you were hungry, you would eat dog.
Maybe. I don't really like eating meat, honestly. But
Oh, you don't like eating meat?
I mean, I feel like that's your only issue. I guess. I feel like
Do you eat meat?
yeah.
You think there's a difference between dogs and like chickens or pigs or cows?
Emotionally.
Emotionally, sure. But like in terms of like morals, like are they the same in their ability to feel pain and suffer and not want to die?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about that?
I guess I'm thinking about it now.
Yeah, that's great. And you said you don't even like eating meat. So what would stop you from saying, I don't want to kill any animals, including dogs?
That's good. You're making a good point.
Okay.
I'm definitely going to be thinking about this.
Do you want Doberman, Samson sausage, bulldog bacon, or ribs? That's probably my favorite.
Fine, I'll try the bulldog bacon.
All right, trying the bulldog bacon. Here you go.
Wait, is it cooked?
All right, we're trolling. We are vegan. You were right. You found us out. You were about to try some dog meat, though. I appreciate that. Well, I assume you're a meat eater. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I appreciate that you're morally consistent. That you recognize that because you eat pigs and chickens and cows, you shouldn't have a problem with eating dogs, right? Yeah. Okay. So do you think, like, what are your reasons for eating animals?
What are my reasons for it? It's just there.
It's there.
Yeah, it's accessible. I grew up with it.
Do you think that animals have like do you think they should deserve moral consideration or rights?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah? Like what kind of rights would those be?
I think it's more like just being humane, I guess.
Okay. So like humanely killed, you mean?
Yeah.
Sure. So how do you humanely kill an animal?
Not sure.
Yeah? Do you know what humane means?
Just like painless.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, if you look in the dictionary, it means like compassionate or benevolent.
Right.
Do you think there's a compassionate way to kill an animal who doesn't want to die?
No.
No?
Probably not.
So can killing be humane?
No, I don't think so.
I was also raised eating animals as well, and it was something that's like, it's so normalized in our society. But once I learned a bit more about the industry and just like how messed up it is, like they say it's like a happy, humane farm. Over 99% of animals are factory farmed. They're mutilated, they're confined, they're boiled alive, they're ground up alive, they're killed in gas chambers, they're forcibly impregnated, they endure all this horrific suffering. And then the other thing is that being vegan now is very accessible. Every dining hall here has a vegan option for every meal. You go to restaurants, they got options, and they're actually super tasty.
And I guess my individual action doesn't really do it.
Oh, you don't think it would make a difference?
I mean, maybe. If everybody does it, then I guess.
Yeah, well, the cool thing is, like, we kind of have research to back up. Like, there's, different estimates, right? But a lot of people estimate that going vegan saves around 200 animals per year. But, like, if you looked and you saw 200 animals and you knew they weren't going to have to be, like, tortured and abused like they are in the meat industry because of you, would that be a difference?
I mean, like, the right thing to say is to say yes, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, my only reason in support of like vegan stuff is like just like in terms of efficiency.
Sure. Yeah.
Like I think ultimately the human interest matters.
Yeah.
It's in the human interest to be vegan just because of how efficient it is, but not really because of the ethics of the animal.
Efficient, but also pandemics come from animal agriculture, climate change. Like, we're almost going to reach the point where if we keep breeding, we breed 80 billion animals into existence every year just to kill them. That's insane. As the human population goes up, it's going to be more and more. We don't have the capacity to do it. So you're right that it's in our best interest to go vegan. But why don't you think the ethical stuff matters?
I mean, I guess I'm not at the moment convinced that I think that if human interests can be elevated at the expense of like animals in the way we use it as like cows, pigs, whatever.
Yeah.
Then I don't think there's a problem with that.
So since you're aware they suffer and they feel pain and things like that, and you have the ability to give them more consideration. You're right that like some people aren't willing to do it, but we're all vegan. There are a lot of people who are vegan, so the world is changing. You go into grocery stores now compared to 10 years ago, there's so many more vegan options.
Yeah.
So like, would you rather be part of the group that's changing the culture to make the world better for animals, or the people who are just continuing to, harm them when they don't have to? What do you think?
Of course I would rather be part of
The change?
Yeah.
You have that option today.
I do have that option.
You don't think they should deserve any moral consideration?
I guess it depends on the animal, and it also depends if they're capable of the same moral consideration that we would have for other human beings.
So let me start. You're saying that if animals could behave morally, then they would deserve more moral consideration. Let's say I found a human who was like mentally challenged and couldn't conceive of morals. Would I therefore be justified to eat that human?
No, but I think like my own species is like, it's in my interest to elevate my own species. It's not in my species' interest to not elevate another species. So if I'm going to do that, then it has to have some output to me.
What about at like a individual level, as opposed to like only looking at this from your species? Which, first of all, we've already established that going vegan is good for our species. You already said that. Yeah, so keeping that in mind, it seems like maybe there's a different argument you're trying to use. What is that?
Well, argument in favor of veganism.
No, against veganism. If you've already said that the thing you care about the most is the interests of humans and going vegan is better in terms of interest to humans, then why not go vegan?
Well, because right now you can't do that, right?
Oh.
I can, I guess, individually.
Yes.
I have the ability to do that.
Absolutely. And the more people who do it, the more people then have the ability, right?
Yeah.
It seems like you're a compassionate person who like cares about animals, is that right?
Yes, yeah.
So if people like you don't go vegan, then animals are going to be tortured forever, right?
Yes.
Do you think that would be bad?
I mean, I feel like at some level it's kind of just part of the food chain.
Sure.
Like why, if like a shark, I'm not gonna make a shark
Yeah.
vegan. I mean,
Well,
I feel like
yeah.
we are.
Yeah, we're definitely not sharks, but like, do you think that we should base our behavior on like what sharks do? Keeping in mind they also like murder each other and like.
I mean, that's valid.
Yeah.
I just feel like good points, but I mean.
Yeah. Sure. Well, okay, let me just tie it together. So there's that great quote from Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. As humans, we have more power than any other animal species. We've used that to dominate them, to terrorize them, to do whatever we wanted with them. I'm proposing, and so are vegans, that we use that power for good, to help the world, to help animals, to treat all animals the way we treat dogs and cats. What do you think about that?
Definitely agree with that.
All right. Great. Well, I'll give you some resources and you can look more into it yourself.
Yeah.
Do you think like If you could live a life where you intentionally harmed humans, intentionally harmed animals, or neither, what would you choose?
Neither, I guess.
Yeah, you have that choice today.
It's a good choice.
I do want to, I guess, start the transition to being more plant-based.
Awesome.
I'm already very, like, predominantly.
Yeah, you said you don't eat much meat, so it'd be like really easy for you to stop.
Yeah.
The thing I want to connect you with is like, say you only eat one animal per month or whatever. To that animal, does it matter like if you're not eating others?
Like, does it matter from the animal's perspective?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure it does. Like, that I'm not eating other meat. Like,
yeah.
I'm only eating them.
Right. So they don't care if you're reducing as far as you can because they're still being exploited, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I get your point then.
I believe like animals' life is equal to human life.
No, like some vegans would answer this differently. They don't have to be equal. The only thing is I think animals' lives are more valuable than human taste buds, convenience, and tradition, right? That's the reasons people eat meat. I think animals' lives are much more valuable than that. What do you think?
So like, where do you draw the line? At what point would it be justified to kill it?
I would draw it at necessity, right? Like if you have to do it to survive or something like that, then I think you could justify it. But we're not in that situation, so it's kind of like, why are we causing extra cruelty, extra suffering in the world when we don't need to, right?
But aren't those like human concepts though? Like,
Sure, but we're humans. You know, morality is a human concept. I think morality is super useful. I wouldn't go beat someone up because I think that's immoral.
yeah, but that someone can reciprocate your sense of morality, right? In the way an
Oh
animal
yeah.
can reciprocate.
Sure. I don't think we should treat people based on whether or not they can reciprocate morality. I think we should go by like if they can feel pain and suffer. Because like I mentioned earlier, humans who can't reciprocate, I wouldn't harm them either.
I mean, yeah, but like that's like an extraneous circumstance, right? Like as a species, right?
Yeah.
Generally, we have the ability to like the reason we're able to interact with each other in a way that animals we can't interact with animals.
Yeah.
Is because we have some kind of shared like system of communication and
Yeah.
standards, right?
Sure. I guess I can't speak Chinese, so I don't really have a shared system of communication with
I'm
them.
not talking
So
about, like, language and stuff. I'm talking about
you
like,
said communication.
well, there's more communication than just language,
Okay.
right? Like,
Yeah.
In terms of how you interact with people, how you see people, like how you see people walking by, and like
Sure.
there's so many subconscious assumptions and thoughts that you make when you look at other human beings. That
Yeah.
You don't really do when you do it.
I guess I'm confused to why that should determine whether or not we kill someone.
Well, because the animal would not have the thought about you, right?
Yeah, so what though? I mean, I can only choose my actions, right? So I think that we should go by whether or not they can suffer, feel pain, and whether or not they want to live, as opposed to these kind of like arbitrary differences. Because we can look throughout history where people use differences to oppress other groups, and we're using the differences with animals to oppress them when we should be looking at our similarities.
I guess it's true.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions for me?
Not at the moment.
What was your name?
Jules.
Jules, Natalie, pleasure. Thank you so much for talking. Yeah, I appreciate it.
For talking with me.
Yeah, definitely. Go vegan.
Yeah, I will. I'll try.
Okay, and as long as you're trying and not doing it, remember animals are still being abused. But you can walk away from it totally by going vegan.
You're right.
It's easier than ever to be vegan.
That's a really good point. I mean, I'm on board.
Hell yeah. So what was your name?
Spencer.
Spencer, Natalie?
Nice to
It's
meet
been a
you.
pleasure. Yeah, enjoy your day, and I hope that you do go vegan.
Definitely work on it. It's
Hell yeah.
a process, but
Yeah, as long as the end goal is veganism and you're moving toward it. But just remember that every day you don't go vegan, more animals are abused because of your actions. Yeah, but this makes it easy.
yeah, awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, you can't get a better job than this? Selling dog meat? Huh? This is bullshit. So we're here to have exactly these type of conversations. So folks come over here and sometimes they get really upset. And we want to spur the conversation. When I first saw this whole business here, do you or do you not sell dog meat? And it's wonderful that you're upset because it means that you're loving and compassionate and kind. Yes or no? Because I yelled at this poor young lady here. Yeah. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay.
What's your name?
De La Rosa.
De La Rosa. Okay, we're not actually selling dog meat. We're trying to highlight the hypocrisy between people eating pigs and cows, but not eating dogs. So all these feelings that you're feeling right now about dog meat, that's how we feel about pigs and cows. Do you eat those animals? It makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Have you ever thought about it? Yeah. So since you've thought about it, you seem like a real animal lover. I really admire the passion that you approach us with.
Every single day, you guys got me.
Sure. So, so now that you have thought about this, would you consider not harming animals when you don't have to?
Yes, I'm sorry that I yelled at you.
It's okay. I appreciate it. I'm going to give you this. On the back, it has elwoodDogmeat.com/resources. It's all totally fake.
You mentioned, I think about that every single
Every day. That's amazing. And you know what's the most amazing feeling? is knowing that you're no longer contributing to animal cruelty.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. Because we want people to be upset about animal abuse, you know? Because we hate animal abuse, and we're glad that you do as well.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Just all this anger that you felt at us, I want you to feel it for every animal that's being harmed. And so, do I have your promise now that you're no longer going to pay for animals to be killed when you don't have to? You're going vegan?
Yes, ma'am.
Amazing. The resources are all on there.
Thank
I'm
you.
so proud of you. Today marks the day of your journey. And what's this little dude's name?
Nico.
Nico, he's so cute. And yeah, we would never hurt any animals. And
Poor guy.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. You have a great day.
If you want to support my work while donating to animal rights organizations, join my Patreon today. This month we donated $81 to Rowdy Girl Sanctuary.